Hello, how's everybody doing? Good, what's up with everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you have a good day or good evening or whenever you hear this video. Um, I'm gonna play a little short clip of these latest two videos. I'm not gonna do too much on their video, but I'm gonna point out some points about today's women, and I'm gonna come back with my commentary. Um,
To defend men? Huh? That's what you're choosing to do with your life? Like, you don't feel embarrassed? You don't feel like that's a waste of fucking air?
Hey, this is Raul. Please act right. When Kevin Samuel said winter was coming, here's more proof that he was right. But before I show you that proof, this lady goes by the name of Lady J. And here's a man-hater calling herself going in on her. Now, I'm not down with Lady J because she's on men's side. I'm down with her because she's being morally correct.
You're using the one life that you have that is more likely to be ended by a man to defend men?
Yes, and I will continue to do so. Because unlike some, I actually stand by the principles that I believe in. And if I see a group of people, any group of people, being treated unfairly based on a characteristic that they absolutely cannot control, I will have something to say about that.
To defend men? Huh? That's what you're choosing to do with your life? Like, you don't feel embarrassed? You don't feel like that's a waste of fucking air?
You mean like the air you're wasting right now?
I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, it actually pisses me off. It actually really irks me.
So stop watching her videos. Duh.
Because men do not spend any time out of their lives trying to defend women, fighting for them, coming up with little phrases and using buzzwords in order to defend. You know, like, I just don't understand. Like, they don't go out of their way to defend.
And here we have an excellent example that shows if a person wasn't so close-minded and actually aware of things that men do, they would realize that there are multitudes of men that actually stand up every day for women.
When you live with diabetes, progress is having your coffee like you like it.
Multitudes of men that actually stand up every day for women.
So you don't feel like a fucking idiot doing that for them? You don't feel like a fucking idiot?
You see the direction they go in when you're not down with the sisterhood? If you don't hate men right along with them, they start name calling. Just like Kevin Samuel said.
Like, me hating men is me staying away from them.
And from what I've seen about a lot of individuals that claim to hate men and stay away from them, they can't do anything but talk about them.
Thank you.
Them hating women is them raping, abusing, killing us.
Notice how they say that as if it's all men that are doing that?
Exactly.
When in actuality, it's only a small percentage. But go on.
So how many of you men watching this video have ever done any of the bad things that Miss Manhater just mentioned? Exactly.
Well, you go out of your way to defend them against Miss Andrea as if they're these poor, weak little babies that need your protection, even though they would never, ever do that for you.
And that's where you're completely wrong. Those of us who know Lady J, if we saw her stranded with a flat tire on the side of the road, we'd help her at the drop of a hat.
You're a loser. You're a loser. Like, I don't know how else to say it. You're a fucking loser.
Yeah, if you say so, Miss Manhater.
The only thing that I'm going to say to that particular opinion is that, well, so speaks the voice of experience.
Exactly my point. She's a loser for making a video like this, hating on all men because of her experiences with a few bad apples. And I'm willing to bet you, if this man-hating woman had a flat tire and a man offered to change it for her, she would accept his help. And I bet you she wouldn't tell him that she hates all men either. And here's a video proving that the winter Kevin Samuels predicted was coming was created by modern women themselves.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to make this video because I want to bash a man or anything of that nature. I want to make this video because I want a man to understand that you have to come politically correct
What does politics have to do with dating you?
when you're coming at a woman that has her things together.
That would imply that you don't need a man's money, right?
So many men are, I've had 3 different guys reach out to me today. Oh, you're not working today? Oh, what are you doing today? It's always, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing. It's never, hey, can you plan an off day so that we can go and do this or have this planned?
You're doing good so far. It's nice when a man who wants to date you has a plan. Go ahead.
But I took today off. I took today off to go to a hair appointment. And because I have midterms tomorrow. So I need to have some time to myself to study. And I want to go get my hair done later on so that, you know, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm looking cute, you know. I'm waist training. I'm over here just, you know.
Figure looking nice. Okay.
I'm in my mode. You know what I mean? Like, it's my reset day. Okay? And I've had 3 different men reach out to me today and ask me, we can spend some time together, or let's plan a nice little date.
Anybody else feeling that this is about to go left real soon?
I'm telling him, like one guy, I'm telling him, I'm like, I'm going to get my hair done. He like, oh, you busy today? Da 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 da.
Wait for it.
Not, oh, how much is your hair? Oh, is there anywhere?
And there it is. Always begging. Didn't she just say she had her stuff together? If you have your stuff together, then why can't you pay for your own hair being done? Every time I come on this app, these modern women are constantly begging. And here's another one.
So I had a man today ask me if I was ready for a serious relationship. So to answer that, my aunt suggested this.
You mean your single aunt who wants to keep you single just like she is?
To start to say, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious for somebody to take care of my mortgage.
Begging.
I'm serious for someone to take me on vacation. I'm serious about meeting someone that wants to pay a car note and my insurance.
And even more begging.
That wants to pay my phone bill, my electricity, my internet. That wants to pay for me to get my hair, nails, and lashes done when I want to get them done. Seriously ready for somebody to put gas in my car every Sunday. I'm seriously ready for somebody that
Am I the only one that realizes that everything she's saying has nothing to do with being in a serious relationship?
wants to be a stepdaddy. Well, a real daddy these days. I don't believe in step.
Begging a new man for money while she's got a kid by somebody else.
I'm seriously ready for a man that doesn't want other men. Because that's a Houston thing.
Well, I have some news for you, lady. The heterosexual men are looking for women who are not trying to use them as ATM machines. So you don't qualify for the man you're looking for.
I'm seriously ready for a man who's about that life. So I think that as a man, before you ask someone, are you ready for a serious relationship, think about what serious actually means.
No, I think you need to know what serious actually means when it comes down to being in a relationship.
And define it. Because for me, serious means I'm ready for someone to come in and actually be that HNIC that I need for him to be.
And this is exactly why men who have their stuff together don't take these women seriously, especially if they already have children by some other guy. If you want to date a woman with children, that's completely up to you. But listen to the position they'll put you in if you do so, coming straight from a woman's mouth.
And this is a PSA for my future husband. I could never love you as much as I love my friends. Ever.
So not only are you going to be put in last place behind her kids and her family, she's going to put you behind her girlfriends too. And men know this now. But it's not just the women who have kids, it's modern women in general. So look at how the men are responding when women are stranded with a flat tire or the car just stops running.
Y'all, I'm out here on the interstate in Georgia. I done text this man and told him to come help me because my car done stopped and it's raining. Y'all know what he said? Give him 2 hours. 2 darn hours, y'all.
She said, I called this man, not I called my husband. If these men are married to you, they just don't care anymore. They'll even stand around and watch you struggle while recording you and laughing at you nowadays.
And make sure that she hold now. Make sure that she hold. Make sure that she stay. Bitches.
She put duct tape.
On the side of the highway with a flat tire in a thunderstorm.
Let me explain what happened. She's put duct tape on a flat tire. Then she duct taped her back window. Her back window. That's what they were laughing at. But anyway, now let me before I go on. Why is it that these women, this is the type of women, and this is very getting annoying, and I know it probably get annoying with some men. You telling what a man should do, but you're not hearing what he wants to do. It's about what he wants. And in these videos, I'm going to show you all it's about me, and what you should do as men. You should do as men. First of all, you know, the reason why some of these women are single, because they on these videos, because they come to TikTok and like Raul and different the guy from More to Life, because they just showing you the dysfunction about how some of these women think. It's like, you know, this is unfreaking believable. But yet, and I've seen some pretty fine women out here, some black women, but if you ever wonder why they can't get no man, look what they're saying. Look what they want. And that's the reason why. So if enough men are watching videos like this, black men, white men, Hispanic men, what kind of message has that sent to the men? Have they ever thought about that? See, because you want the men, especially the men are in position to help. Do you think that, oh yeah, go ahead, let me go ahead and use me. Yeah, here's my credit card. Here's my $160,000 bank account. Like, are you for real? I mean,
I said, I'm not going to call my sister first. My sister always come through. I'm going to call one of these guys. I'm going to call one of these guys to come help.
Uh-oh.
It hurt my ego to say the responses. I'm not even going to hold you. It does hurt my ego. One said, I'm not a tire shop.
I'm sorry.
Two said, it's raining too hard. Three didn't answer.
Back in my day, if a woman we knew called us and told us she was stranded, we didn't even think twice. We jumped in the car and headed in her direction as quickly as possible. I wonder what has changed. And by the way, what does that say about you, young lady, that these guys could care less about coming to help you?
Just imagine being stuck on the side of the road in 104-degree heat.
It's suffocatingly hot outside. Like, hot. We've been out here for hours. He crying. Trying to take him out to sleep.
So why isn't she calling her kid's father?
And do something with him.
Is it that he's unreliable and that's the type of guy you picked? Or did you piss him off to the point where you already know he's not going to come help you if you call him?
So now we're waiting for AAA. It's been a long day.
And when AAA shows up, guess who's driving the vehicle?
He's here to save us. I can't thank him enough, yo. Like, it's been a lot.
That's right, a man shows up. The point I'm making in this video, ladies, y'all better get AAA, because at this point, you're going to have to pay a man to come help you when you're...
Yep. Well, I'm going to stop it right there and get to the latest one. Shout out to him, Robin, please act right. Watch this. Let's go back to, I'm sorry.
My name is Matt Migneron. I'm an assistant professor here in the Department of Otolaryngology at the Tulane School of Medicine.
You see a girl, give them a little smile. Why don't you just, start a conversation? It's happened to me so many times, and I'm like, why are you guys not coming up to me the right way? Not coming up to me saying, hi, what's your name? And putting your hand out to shake.
I can tell you the last time a guy was bold that was like, hi, you're beautiful. Would you like to go on a date? No. Why y'all hiding behind the phone?
These women currently miss men approaching them.
And I have already had my first creepy encounter with a man.
Men reach out to you and they pursue you so hard. When the time comes and you volley the ball as a woman, they're together, it'd be really fun. No follow through.
Can someone please tell me why guys are so bold on the internet, DMing, saying, oh, you're so beautiful, want to go out? And then in real life, I can tell you the last time a guy was bold that was like, hi, you're beautiful. Would you like to go on a date? No. Why y'all hiding behind the phones?
Welcome to the new world. I feel like giving a fake laugh right now, but I can't. Right? I can't because guys have been told. I saw a lady say it. She said, when you tell guys what to do, they're going to listen. Lady after lady talking crazy. Lady after lady talking crazy. Why do guys talk to me when I got my phone down and I clearly don't want to be looked at? Why are guys doing it? Do you know how many men hear that? How many men hear how many women talk that talk? Seriously. So, if men keep hearing that, what are you going to do? Keep talking? Keep running their mouth? And talking to ladies when they're going to get rejected? No, I don't think so. And I would advise a guy to do that as well.
There's an epidemic of men not approaching women at the bar. Let's talk about it. That's good. Thank you. I'm not really quite sure. Men are afraid of being rejected. We are not going to reject. Some girls will. Men are so afraid of being rejected, but I bet you 90% of the women will actually not reject you if you approach them right. And what's the right way? Not coming up to me saying, "Hi, what's your name?" and putting your hand up.
You can't make this.
Guys to shake my hand. Also, like, don't come out too strong. If you're like coming over and saying, "You're so beautiful," like, I'm immediately like scared. Yeah. Like, now I know your intention is you want to date me, even though you don't even know me. Yeah. That you want to hook up.
You stay single.
That ain't gonna work. Regardless, like, I'm going to be nice.
So if a guy walks up to you and says you're beautiful, and then after that asks for your phone number, so, you know, guys' first impression is sex. That doesn't mean he wants sex right then and there. You know, I was watching Jesse Lee Peterson the other day with my wife. And, you know, everybody knows Jesse Lee, right? He's so intense. But he's right. He said, the first thing I think when I see a woman, if I like her, is sex. That's how every man is. Of course, as you get older, you know you can't just meet him and smash right away.
Right.
But when you're in your 20s, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times, that's on the table. And guys, and what's happened, they spoil you guys that way. Seriously. Let's keep going.
Nice to you, and I'm definitely going to give you a chance. But, like, that might not result in, like, your end goal. I would still not consider that rejection. The best way to approach a girl is approaching her the way that a girl would approach a man. And that is by approaching them as a stranger, just trying to, like, ask them something, or merging friend groups. You're not coming, like, solo. It's like a friend thing. Like, be your friend, see what happens. You overheard what they were talking about, and you're like, that's a crazy.
Why am I stopping it? Because so many women, so many different things said. Some women want men to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. You want a man to come gently and approach through friends. Hey, Sally, is that your best friend? Like, that's my friend that I work with. Oh yeah, tell her I like her. Like, huh? Nobody's doing that.
Statement, and now, like, you're in their conversation. Now your friends are gonna join. Boom, now you're in. If guys were to start approaching girls that way, it would be so much more casual. It doesn't feel like rejection. No. And you see a girl, give them a little smile. Why don't you just, like, start a conversation? It's happened to me so many times, and I'm like, why are you guys not coming up to me? You obviously keep staring at me. We keep making eye contact. We keep giving each other little smirky smiles, so pull the trigger. I wish I had the balls to go up to them and be like, hey, one crazy.
I don't know, whoever had that video, I saw it on TikTok. Like, I don't know if that's Stefan at the extra. That's not me. Right? I don't know who that was. But I'll say it like this. You see what she said and what the last lady said? That's where the confusion comes in, right? Because they're saying different things. At first, I didn't understand why. Because I told you guys plenty of times, I always been a guy that'll walk up to a woman and approach her. But I've been married for now ain't going on 10 years. So I kind of understand, right? When they're saying different things. What is a man to do? What is a man to think? I understand, I get it. Most men nowadays don't know what to do.
So this house I'm in right now, let me show you how I invested into.
And let me stop right here. Yeah, he's right. Most men don't know how to approach. What really, I think, what annoys men when you have women so-called suggesting what men should do and what men know what to do, but it's just that, you know, I was thinking about something funnier earlier. You know how some of you have it's a pet dog, right? And you ever play with your pet, and the dog, you toss the ball, and the dog catch the ball, comes back, and when you go and reach for the ball, the dog he's faking around. He wants to give you, he wants to play. He acts like he wants your attention, but with the ball, and he got the ball in his mouth. But when you go to grab it, he says he runs and takes off, whatever. And it's almost like it's almost like, and then you just irritate. You say, "Hey, come over here." You know, the dog is like, you know, now, and it's almost like, you know, not to compare it to that, but it's as far as not comparing a woman to an animal, but it's just that they have this mentality, like the animals, like, you know, I want you, but I don't know. I want you to approach me. I'm scared of you, but I want you to approach me. Now you're being too creepy. Now you're being stalkative. Now you be this, and this is what men have heard. Men they've been turned to be creepies, stalking like. And so then these women, these type of women that go online and make these TikTok videos and whatever, they probably put the men on blast, whatever, because they don't have no sense whatsoever. And you see, and then the men who have their mind right, got their money right, got their body right, they don't want to deal with something like the men that they probably attracted to. Don't want to deal with this stuff, because it's a mind game. It's always that's what it is. And men in the West are playing this mind game. So and maybe it gets discouraging at times, and I can understand, because I'm a single man in my 50s, and I can and when I was it was frustrating in my 40s. It was frustrating in my 30s. It's like, man, you just, you know, you get the right woman. It's just that. It's just so much you gotta compel, and just it's almost like men. And like the one video he mentioned, men are not mind readers, but at the same time, stop talking to men like we're boys. You know, men know what the men do, and that's another thing that irks. I know it got irksome men when they tell it. You're telling, and you're trying to. And it seems like today's women, with this mindset, trying to, not all women, but some of these women that make this video, is that they got this mindset like they want to be in control of relationships so bad. It's like they put themselves in trying to dictate what men and what a man should do, and how much a man should spend. Drain all the men's finances, drain the energy. That's why the men are fed up. They tired. And some younger men, that's why they younger men from probably 20s and 30s and 40s on up, you're tired, because you don't. That's why it's so frustrating. And the women who are not like that, that's why the men don't want to approach no more. It's just that you got these flippy women, and then if you'll pick me like the one woman, because you know, all men are dogs and all men are creeps and everything like that, and whatever, because her traumatic experience. Then she takes it out on because she want a man that he was aggressive, he was assertive, he was a bad boy. She was attracted to that, but and she gave up the goods and produced and brought life into the world. Now she's bitter. But when the man that want to be reckoning and reasonable, she don't want that type of man. She think he's weak, and you think he's too soft. And there may be some men that maybe have mommy boy issues, and there are some men that have, but like some men, there ain't no perfect men. It's like it's no perfect woman, But basically, what men, I think, what majority of men want is a woman with character, with personality. Yes, we like the attractive face, we like the attractive body, but the women is thinking that that's just it. Let's stop at the attractive face and the body, and you're going to get the goodies. That's it. And now it's turned into a negotiation in a relationship. Before I give you the goodies, so to speak, I want this, I want that, and that's where this woman start talking all this stuff about. He can pay my car. He can take this. He can take this and do this and do this, and go behind a man that took care of her child, that she had a previous child relationship. They live in the fantasy world. This is the reason why some men are not approaching, because they don't understand. They don't understand this stuff, and that's why. And it's just women from different walks of life. It ain't one particular group of women. It's like they all get like this, and they being left behind. there are men. This brother has shown, and the other brother that I should show you, he's shown men are flying out the country. That women learn to appreciate the men. They don't go put them through all the scenarios. They ain't be known as being creepy and stalkish or whatever. Oh, you look too nice. You look too this. You look to. It seems like the women in certain places, the real women, want good character of the man. That's why they get the men who are a retired engineer, IT, retired military businessman, whatever, something like that. They get the best of the men because American women don't know how to appreciate a man. Black women, white women, some Asian American women, and probably a few Hispanic American women, they don't appreciate. You don't appreciate men here. You bitch and you complain about something, and this is why. And then you get jealous when you probably have a married, and then some of you women are single. You have married girlfriends, you have married relatives, and you can't figure out why they're able to keep a marriage. And it's called you give and you give to each other. And it's called, even though you have bad circumstances and crisis, you don't just run and you stand in and you help each other. You throw in your insight and he gives his insight, and you respect him as a man, respect his position. Maybe he might be short in some areas, but maybe in the marriage, some men are still building up what God intended them to be. You know, he might be a good father in this area, but he might be lacking in this area. It could be an area of finance. It could be an area of maybe his personal upkeep. But you women don't have no patience. You Western women, American women, you don't have no patience. That's why you're losing. And that's why, and the women who are in the Western, who already married, understands it. You get online, and some of you don't get online, but agree with some of these women online, and that's why you're single. That's why you don't have no man. It's because you choose to be like that. And so look at what this culture this feminist culture. You can't approach a woman no more. If it's due, it's sexual harassment. You know, it's like I said, it's creep vibes, stalker vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they clown on you. You know, man, I don't want you to approach me. No, you know, then it's your personality, your attitude, and then some of you you're masculine as I don't know what. And some of you women have psychotic behavior. You do, and so I mean you'll flip out, whatever. I mean, this is what you do. This is the reason why some men haven't approached you. Those who want a relationship. And then you'll say one thing, then you have the second man, well, I don't need a man. That's the number one. You're independent. You don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. Men don't need it. Okay, you don't need a man. But get mad when another group of women take a man and you up here making videos on YouTube and TikTok and other social media. What does that tell you? But you got done, and you getting this hoorah with these other women, and wonder why they're miserable and single. It's your own. It's the things that you say. It's the things that you put out, and this is what this video show. I mean, it's crazy. And that's why some men are just giving up. I don't blame them. Or they're just going to wait. I can't. Shoot. To these.
So this house I'm in right now, let me show you how I invested into it with just a few $100.
Oh, what to do?
The reality is that social media has changed things.
And it's another thing.
It's changed things for men and women, because I've even had male friends, male family members who are both Muslim and non-Muslim say that they are more likely to get a response from a girl through a DM, let's say on Instagram, than a positive feeling from necessarily approaching women, which is interesting. I'm always interested to know how men feel about it, because
I agree with you. Like, the concept of being approached in public is much nicer and feels so much more organic than apps or DMs. But I also have heard, and this is just my experience from guys that I've spoken to, say, we see the TikToks of girls being like, when I'm in the gym, I'm there to train, don't disturb me, don't approach me, and they're like, oh, maybe she really doesn't want to be approached. Or if I'm out shopping on the weekend and I say hi to someone, I don't want her to feel, uncomfortable, or that I'm being scary or threatening in any way. So it's a tricky line as far as what I've learned from men. The huge caveat is obviously if a guy is going to approach a girl in public, to do so politely. But I've literally seen it. Actually, at university, me and my friends were hanging out. We all went for Thai food after class, and one of our friends, he had a crush on the waitress who was in the restaurant. So we were all standing outside the restaurant after, like, hesitant to leave or not, because he hadn't spoken to her. And me and my girlfriend, we literally said to him, you have to go in. Like, we are girls. We are telling you it is okay. We literally said to him, just tell her, like, hi, I think you're beautiful. Like, I'd love to get your number and catch up, so go for coffee or dinner sometime. And he did. And she literally said to him, she said, oh, I'm so sorry, I have a boyfriend, but, like, you were so polite. So she even did give him that, like, kudos for being polite. But I've also seen, with other best friends, them approach a girl and her be really horrible, even though I know they were so polite to her. So it's tricky, guys. I feel like there are issues on both sides. If girls want to be approached, I feel like we want to be approached respectfully. But we have to also acknowledge that men do fear rejection. I would fear rejection. I mean, the thought of going up to someone is intimidating. But I would do it, honestly.
It's not fear rejection. You just said one girl was nice, the next one was rude. It's fearing utter rejection. Oh, you dirtbag! Why did you? What makes guys think they can talk to me? I mean, look at me.
Mm-hmm.
You see all kinds of things online.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, you know what's good. You saw it, but I'm sure you didn't see the intense things that are done.
Honestly, I'm just a confident person, but as a girl, sometimes you just don't want to have to do that. It doesn't feel very feminine or you just want to be the one that's chased. But I give grace to guys for also not feeling like they want to approach people anymore. And I do think that social media has changed things. I think in some ways it connects us, in some ways it totally disconnects us. We are all on the tubes, on our phones. Actually, I met this incredible woman at a beauty event recently for work, and she was telling me about the story of how she met her husband. And she said, we both got onto the train and we were sat opposite each other, and she said neither of us were on our phones. I think it was he was reading a book, and she just said something to him about the book that he was reading, and kind of like made it known to him that she would be okay to talk. And that was literally it. That was how they met. And then she said it was like an instant connection, and now they're married.
Yeah. So the woman opened up and she dropped the handkerchief, and he picked up on the signs. Maybe, what was that, 10 years ago? Right? Because men who are confident and used to talking to ladies, maybe they get rejected, they're used to rejection, will pick up those hints. But a man who maybe has approached and faced utter rejection, he's not going to pick up that hint, or most likely doesn't want to. And that right there, you have to totally understand what men are facing nowadays.
You're an extremely odd individual, and I do not talk to you ever again.
It's fine.
Off.
Goodbye. See you later.
Up.
Yeah.
Legal pros keep.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. I don't wanna make this too long. Yeah, so the point of this video is that, hey, for the women that want men, you're gonna have to just let it be known. Because sometimes it's the society we live in right now. I mean, women have really pushed the bar to the point that men don't. That's something when men just gave up. Some men just gave up and just say, hey, what the heck, you know? And some hang on, and some are hanging on till they find some way until they can let down their guard and there's other men that telling other men, it's cool, man. It's not like the women in the States, and that, they're very nice and genuine, whatever. And maybe because the men are not what to some women because they feel physically attractive or look attractive a certain type of way, because there are certain type of women that are attracted to someone 6 feet tall, and I don't know, every perfect dimension on the man, and what he's wearing, what kind of car he's driving, and I don't know. It could be all kind of stuff, and it's like they just live in an unreal. Meanwhile, if you're not you're under 6 feet, you don't get no love. It's crazy, and it's just so maybe that's what's coming across that, and I can understand that. So for all the men that ain't like that, like fit the ideal woman here's of a man, hey, I'm right with you, man. It's like, hey, save that energy for someone that maybe appreciate. If you don't find it here, it might take a while, but hey, get out your town, get out your state, and maybe travel a little bit. Save your coins up and travel. And maybe the women, maybe in certain locations, you probably have to be careful where you go over there too, whatever place you go. But at least you'll see the demeanor. Because I've heard one brother said that, man, he was just an average looking brother, man, and he said that he was sitting on the train, and the chick came by. You know how women are. They, like he was saying, how some women don't. They're very standoffish. And he said this woman came over and sat by him and started talking to him, and they just wanted. She knew he's from out of the country, but she didn't. It was no funny stuff. He didn't try to. She wasn't trying to run no con game. She wanted to show him around her country and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. I said, for real? And I've heard stories like that. They seem like they're likable. But these women, these days in America, boy, the only time they probably speak to you if they got to talk to you over, like you got to go into a restaurant or break the ice over if you're in the hospital or some nursing facility. Other than that, these women ain't paying attention. They locked in their own, they're locked in their own zone, whatever. And that's the truth. They in their own zone being locked. And so they ain't got time to look over and so you get enough of this when you maybe you about ready to say hi, and she go frown up her face like, okay, or she just look like she just don't want to be bothered. So it's like, okay. So when you have enough, when men see that approach, see when with that kind of demeanor, they ain't gonna approach him. It's your persona, your personality, along with your looks. Because I have seen some attractive women, but they got a shitty personality. I'll be honest with you. And you be like, man, you got this fine looking girl, but she got a crappy personality. She don't want to help you. She don't want to stand by you. Don't understand what situation you're in. She don't know how to handle crises. I mean, what's good is she good for you? And that's what some men are probably looking for. Good men from all walks of life looking for. And so that's why these women are griping and complaining. And like the woman said, they see these TikToks, and not only that, they see how the women. So they put in their mind that they see the persona when they go to place, say hi to a woman. That's probably what they see. So that's another reason why. It's you ladies. You made it like this. You tell me you're independent, you're strong, you don't need a man. Guess what? You just shot your shot. Your words is your very thing that kept some men apart. There have been other women, maybe other women tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen because you're strong. He can't handle you because he got to wrestle your ego and your person. That's what your ego and your pride. And a man ain't gonna wrestle with your ego and your pride. So either you learn to compromise and maybe pray to God that He brings some feminine energy and show you that not all men are trying to gain and get off of you, off your body. They might you'll get the man. But God is not going to give you a man for you to manipulate and use. And because you've been traumatized and hurt, and because the bad boy who you was assertive and aggressive with, you gave everything. You cooked for this man. You gave him whatever he need of your time, your energy, your body, and everything. But now he dogged you out, and now you take it out on the good man, and leave it that. That's not going to happen, because you know, you and I know that you need to sit back and heal. Some of you women just break up with a guy like that, and you're doing, and you'll meet a guy like that, but you'll traumatize that other guy. Why did that other guy got paid for something? A guy who have a good personality, good demeanor, because you want to chase the bad boy. Why do we have to? Why would any guy like my personality, why would I have to pay? Why I got to suffer? Regardless of what, if the income, whatever. Why should I give to you? What do you give it to me? In a relationship. So some of you, and this is to some women with that kind of persona. That's the reason why you don't have a man. And some of you, then you have women that got this ego. That's the thing. You got this hard-headed, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'll tell you off, I'll cuss you out and give you the blues. Yeah, you're too mouthy. And your mouth is to push most men away. Or push a man ready to snatch you up because of your mouth. You don't know when to stop. You don't know when to say, okay, I made my point, that's it. Well, I got to get it out or whatever, okay. But you won't be one of the women that's just you're going to get tired of it. And hopefully he don't have to snatch you up. But he know how to calm his anger down. Because there's some women that do that. They'll try your manhood. They will try your manhood. That's the truth. So when women that complain about this, that's their problem. And you know what is going to keep them single? It's their ego and their pride. They said, well, look at this, look at me, look at that's a vanity spirit. Look at me, look how beautiful I am. I'm pretty that I am. Yeah, but that don't mean nothing. You can have a beautiful car and the car can run like crap. Just because it's beautiful don't mean it's not. It goes to show you a car can look beautiful on the outside, but if it got a messed up transmission, jacked up fuel pump, what good is it going to do? The tie rods is bad on it. What good is it going to do? You got a beautiful car. You might have a beautiful home, but the home is structured out. What good is it going to do? Your house is falling apart. But what I'm saying is, just because something look good, it don't mean it's going to hold up. Now you look embarrassed. Now your house collapsed. Your car conk out. But you look good though. Do you understand the concept? Just because you look good, it doesn't mean it's what's inside. What makes the foundation who you are. That's what the men want. And if you ain't got it, baby, you ain't got it. If you don't have it to be a wife, you don't have it. Just be alone. You got too much mouth. You know you too much. That's why you can't keep a man. And whether you 40, 50, 60, you know what it is. It's you. And you don't want to tell it. So God have to show you it. See, you ain't gonna get up in God's face tell get him that there, because he'll set you down. See, you can cuss and go off on mama, you can go cuss on your brother, but you one of these type of women because you so outspoken, you know what it is. You too strong, but you never knew how to take a back seat when it comes to your mouth. You know why I know this? I'm related to women like that. And they're no longer married. Have aunts, no longer married. Some were widows and some weren't. They wouldn't finish their careers, but they're growing old and alone. Nothing like having a companion, ladies. let God show you what a woman is. Take care, be blessed. See you on the next video. Take care. Like and subscribe.